Today we go over an update for the Obi Wan Kenobi Star Wars movie. This is Mike Zero here. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, as you all know, the future of the Star Wars franchise is very much expansive, with a handful of anthology films, a trilogy by Rian Johnson, a set of Star Wars films by the creators of Game of Thrones, as well as a live-action TV series, an animated one as well. So looking at all of this, when it comes to the Obi Wan Kenobi Star Wars movie, the other day we went over how Kathleen Kennedy, the president of Lucasfilm, is actually looking at Stephen Dauldry to direct Star Wars 2020, which, by the way, will begin filming at some point in time in 2019. Now, looking at all of this, we do have a little update when it comes to the 2020 Star Wars movie, which is said to be the Obi Wan Kenobi film. And looking at all of this, this film is actually to be shot at Pinewood Studios, Titanic Studios, a motion picture sets in Southern California, and Joshua Tree in California, and will begin filming in 2019. Now, this brings up a lot of questions, especially with Titanic Studios. From what I have heard, Game of Thrones actually does in fact shoot there a lot, and given that they are now on their last season, that gives a lot of empty space for yet another project to go into the works over at that studio. So that in and on itself makes a whole lot of sense. But looking past all this, Pinewood Studios, all of the Star Wars movies usually go there for all the interior shots, etc. But when it comes to the motion picture sets all the way set in Southern California, they do have a lot of sets that are actually outside that they could very well use for Tatooine if they are going to do an Obi Wan Kenobi movie that's primarily set in Mos Eisley if they really want to go that way. Now, looking at the Obi Wan Kenobi movie as a whole, aside from all of that, a lot of you guys have been asking me as to what I want to see in this Kenobi film. I really do feel like that the main enemy for Kenobi could very well be his own monotony and his terrifying dreams, or nightmares, if you will, that he has of Anakin Skywalker burning. Could you imagine if Obi-Wan Kenobi is just sleeping by a campfire at night, portrayed by Ewan McGregor, and he hears Anakin Skywalker screaming, and he does in fact see him burning alive, and then he just wakes up in terror, shouting and screaming, and realizing that it's actually from the past. I think that they could do that a whole lot. They could also bring back Qui-Gon Jinn, portrayed by Liam Neeson, to show him in the form of a Force ghost, and I think that a great plot point in the Obi-Wan Kenobi movie could very well be the fact that maybe Yoda could train Obi-Wan remotely while he's on Dagobah to essentially reconnect with Qui-Gon, and at the very end of the Kenobi movie, the big payoff will be a cameo by Qui-Gon Jinn. Honestly, guys, I think that this all works perfectly. It serves as a Revenge of the Sith sequel, and the fact that they're going to shoot over at Titanic Studios makes a whole lot of sense and is really great to hear. Now, overall, guys, let me know what you think about the Star Wars franchise as of right now. How do you feel about it? I know a lot of people were upset with The Last Jedi, but looking at Solo Star Wars story, it's honestly looking very promising, and I have stated this before in the past, I really do feel like these anthology films really are the future when it comes to the Star Wars franchise, because each and every film can be its own thing. So anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments section. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.